Hi there, my name is Gordon McCrory. I am the Happiness Guy, and this is a video for anyone that finds themselves struggling to find the best plan, the best way, the perfect way to do any given thing. So if that sounds like you, then this is going to be a great video for you. So let me tell you a story about why I decided to shoot this video. One of my clients came in, let's call him Connor, and he's an architect, and he was stuck deep in fear. He was overwhelmed. Some things were going too fast, some things were going too slow for him. He really wasn't certain what to do, and he felt really overwhelmed. So he wasn't taking any action, and whenever he started to think about the thing, it just shut him down because of just the sheer variety of options. And when you're in fear, you've got this inability to be good at making a choice, because you lose access to some of your emotions, some of your gut feelings, because you're just afraid. So that's the feeling. So you can't weigh them up overly well, and you can't get access to your full cognitive function either. So whenever I'm working with someone, one of the first things we often have to do is get them out of fear. So that's exactly what we did. We named it. He recognized that a lot of the thoughts and stories he was telling himself were coming from fear. And actually, he's a really capable guy. This had happened to him once before, and he'd overcome it. But yeah, it's normal. Sometimes we get a bit stuck in fear. So he'd been feeling worse and worse, and the more he thought about things, the less he did, and the more exhausting the whole thing became. So he comes to me, and we identify and we name the monster, if you like, and then and then obviously the thing is, right, okay, well, how can we get someone to take action? Now, why is that so important? Well, I think I mentioned earlier that fight, flight, freeze is the response that we have when we're put into some kind of threat, and it really shuts us down. And the parts of it that are problematic are flight, running away and pulling away, or freeze, which is very much procrastination, when we're doing nothing. We're a rabbit in the headlights, or we're just doing low-level stuff but not attending to the main stuff that needs to be attended to. So we had to get him to take action, in other words, to get in the fight. So I told him a story that I'd heard recently about a general that arrives at this situation that's been ongoing in the military, and that two different sides have been studying for tens of thousands of hours, and the general arrives and he is to make a decision on this, and there's presentation A from the first group and presentation B from the second group. So he hears the first group for an hour and he hears the second group for an hour, and then at the end of that he obviously asks a few questions, gets further clarity, and makes a decision. And he says, let's go with plan A, and doesn't want to hear any other dissent, and says, right, let's get on with that, let's implement and execute plan A. So as he's leaving the room, one of his subordinates comes with him and says, General, how did you do that? You're fresh to this situation. We've been working on this for thousands of hours. You've heard 2 hours. You can't possibly know everything there is to know about this situation. So how did you make a decision? And the general turns around and says to the subordinate, he's like, son, you never have all the information. No matter how much research you've done, you never have all the information. You can never know. So the most important thing is to take a decision, because what we can be sure of is that if we are stuck where we are currently, then staying here is not what we want. So we are certain of that. So plan A or plan B might both work. However, we have to pick one. The best one, I believe, is plan A. We might have to amend and adjust that a bit, but that's okay. Or we might even have to go all the way back over and retrace our steps and go to plan B. But either way is better than staying stuck. And so the message there in essence was, you've got to take action. When you're presented with things, you got to take action. And so Connor really liked that. And then he said, and it's funny you should say that, because there was a thing that happened to me. He said, I bought a property where the title was a mess, and had I known everything that there was to know about how this would have played out, I would never have bought the property. However, it turns out that we managed to get it resolved. We pushed forwards, and that property ended up making me a really nice profit. So he said, so I get entirely what you're saying with that. And then the two of us kind of came to this conclusion that it's not the best plan that you need. It's not about that. because we can't know everything there is to know. So instead of it not being about the best plan, because if you think about it, you could have a great plan, but a decidedly weaker average person trying to implement that plan, or a kind of lesser plan, but someone great implementing that. And I think mostly the lesser plan with someone great implementing it is going to be the one that plays out best for anyone. So instead of spending your time looking for the great plan, how about you spend your time developing into the best person? And when something doesn't quite go right, don't take it as a personal failure and go, okay, that didn't work out. Not I'm a failure, but that didn't work out. What can I do differently next time? And then kind of push on. And that's the process of mastery, actually. Mastery involves course corrections. Mastery involves making mistakes until something that was once difficult becomes kind of really easy. So I think when it comes to life, we've got to push on and master and make course corrections when things go wrong. So I guess my final words on that would be, for those people that are always looking for the very best plan, please stop that. And instead, name your fear. Take some action that you believe is going to be the best action for you, and do your best and kind of and stick in there. And I think that will give you a much better life, and that will allow you to grow confidence as well. Because when you take action, you're no longer stuck in the same fear or overwhelm or uncertainty, because you're moving forward. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've got any questions or comments, just ask. And if you ever need any help, then I am Gordon, I'm the happiness guy. Just get in touch. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.